So what we're going to talk about today is the loop and the correct body motion and the arm motion from the loop. And it's like a continuation of last week. So when you first learn table tennis, you might be doing this, right, forehand. No body motion against it, and you're tightening your arm up. And then someone might say to you, oh, you have to rotate a bit, so you might start doing this. And then someone might say, oh, to loop you have to start low and then you have to go up high like this. And that's actually stressing your shoulders because you're pulling the hand up, so you can get shoulder injuries. And then someone say, oh, you have to transfer the weight right to left. So bend down, forward, bend down, forward, bend down, forward. So they're typical strokes that people do because they haven't really learnt, been trained properly. And you can get to a good level doing this.
Come on.
You can get to a good level doing this technique, right? But you'll get to a point where you'll hit someone that does better technique and they'll just wipe you out. They'll have more power, more spin, better placement. So that's why we focus on the technique. If we can get good technique, we can hit the ball a lot more effortlessly and there'll be less chance of injury. Okay, so that's just my little prelude. So remember a wide stance, lift your heels, hands on the knees. So that's the first thing. If you raise your heels, you know you've got the weight on the balls of your feet, so it's like a bit of a cheat sort of thing. But if you watch some pros, they're pretty much on the balls of the feet all the time, the heels are raised, so that's the real key. So, left knee points to the right. So we're rotating our hip, like this. Right. And then we also have to drop down a bit on both. So the knee drops down and this knee bends because we want a bit of a lean this way. And you just come forward. So that push off. All right. I think most of you've got it. Yeah, it looks good. So if we do this, my whole body's rotating, but my hip's not rotating at all, right? The whole body's rotating, but I'm not getting this. And that's the power of a Chinese forehand. They get the hip to go into the ball. And this leg stays pretty bent, so push. So what we're going to do is we're just going to rotate more. So this is a counter hit, 45, forward, point, bend down a bit, lean, and just push off the hip forward. Hip forward, hip forward. So that's the counter hit. So starting here and finishing in front of our eyes, and because I've dropped my body, my back goes lower, and then I just go forward and it goes up a little bit in front of my eyes. That's the counter hit. So now for the loop, same thing, just rotate more. Yep. So when you do this, notice where my bat's, it's really close to here because I've dropped down. If I don't drop down and rotate, my bat will be out here.
So you're sort of just behind your right knee.
Yeah,
right
very
knee.
Close. And I'm not actually moving my hand at all, right? So it's proving that I'm actually dropping down like this. You don't want to move this foot. If the right foot turns this way, you're getting this body thing happening again, right? You want to keep this maybe 45, and you want to drive this hip forward. This hip forward. And you want to keep your legs pretty much bent. So that's the basic body work. So I won't complicate things. We'll just stop there for a bit.